so one of my favorite toy lines going on right now is NECA, who's done some incredible Alien stuff. They did this Power Loader, they did this very realistic Ripley. Aliens action figures have been around for quite some time, but more recently they've started going back and basically doing collector-grade remakes of the old 90s Aliens figures. Here's the Gorilla Alien that came out last year. I love this thing. It's just, it was an idea for a rejected cartoon show from the 90s that never happened, but we all kind of grew up with these toys. What if a facehugger got to the zoo and then started becoming all these different animals? And so, like, that's a cool idea.
I like how 10 seconds ago we were like, I don't like when the Transformers become different animals. And then we're like, when aliens do it, it rules.
It makes sense for the
Hell
aliens.
yeah, it does.
I don't know, but part of this was they took the whole cast of Aliens, the Cameron movie, and they were like, well, what if they didn't die? Instead, they just sort of like had a good time and partied, and they were like basically, you know, they kind of did like the G.I. Joe approach. So here, here you've got Apone and here you've got Bishop. We might have grown up with these toys. You might recognize them a little bit. Well, one of my favorite parts of Toy Fair this year is that they just revealed they're doing more of these, more high-ends of these, and they're doing a modern version of this Apone right here. Let's take a look. He's got his shirt. He's got this robot arm. He's got that like stupid trash picker upper. He's got high-top versions of those Reeboks that Ripley wears. On the left there's the Scorpion Alien, who was kind of the closest to like a regular alien you could get in the old Kenner line. And its action feature was it exploded. Like one of those crash test dummies. You just pushed a button and its guts would go everywhere.
Or like this guy right down here, right?
Yeah, I think Bishop actually does that too.
Yeah,
his like chest comes
let's
apart.
Let's take a look. Watch this.
Yeah, he's got like a joint there. There we go. Yeah, so Bishop just pops apart.
Cool!
Yeah.
There's that man.
Which is kind of, I actually totally forgot that figure does that. But yeah, yeah. So I hope they do Bishop next year. But in the meantime, I'm pretty happy about this Apone. And they also, I love that they're doing the Snake Alien, which is just so like, they're such ugly designs, and I love them. Like I love that they're taking this very realistic approach of like, what would this look like in real life? And here it is. So those are out this October, I think, and they're about $30 depending,
It's really cool because, and we say this a lot on the show, but like a lot of companies are sort of coming around to the idea that they understand that people who grew up with these toys are now older and they have disposable income and they want to show off cool stuff on their desks. And I rebought this Bishop 2 years ago at Comic-Con. I think Max and I got them from the same bin. They were like $4.
They're surprisingly cheap. I think you can get like an original Ripley. Like
that toy is like 20 years old now. This is very unsettling.
So yeah, on the subject of kind of like famous, iconic like 90s toys and collectibles, we both grew up loving Jurassic Park. When you think of Jurassic Park, what do you think of?
The dinosaurs.
Really, the dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are very exciting. They're not alive. They're not like a thing that you can go see. They're such wonderful animals. That's cool, but really what people want, what collectors want, is the men from Jurassic Park. Here are some, these are some collector-grade statues. These are from Iron Studios. These are 1/10 scale. I think they're around $200 each, something like that. But I love that it's just, without the T-Rex, they're just these dorks. You've got a mathematician and a paleontologist with road flares.
Yeah,
and they're just like, are we lost? What are we doing in this dark room?
They look like kids with sparklers.
Yeah, I think we talked about last week they made a statue of that sick Triceratops. And I love that they're really just, if they make one of Dennis Nedry at his desk, I'm kind of into that. If it's just Dennis Nedry with his like members only jacket and his Barbasol can full of DNA. Anyway, so if you were expecting us to really run down like the very best of Toy Fair, we're really just doing the stuff that we think is cool as brain-damaged 90s babies. They're finally doing some good Batman Forever action figures. Yeah! That came out right when I was really, there it is. So there's the little, I can't tell if it's just like an angular thing or if those
Oh, he's got the titties.
They might have to wait till like Batman Forever figures.
We got nipples. We got big old nipples.
Yeah.
Look at those big Batman nipples.
I don't know, go up to the mouth. Show us the mouth. Zoom in on the, does he have the Val Kilmer chin? I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, he kind of does. A little bit.
It's kind of a blurry photo. It's a totally fine photo.
What's going on behind him?
Look at it. It's got Val Kilmer's kissable lips. So I'm super down for like some Batman Forever toys. I feel like we've got some good old kind of like original '89 Batman. We've gotten plenty from the more recent stuff, the Nolan stuff, the Zack Snyder stuff. I want to see some of the Joel. I think it's about time we got some stupid toys from the Joel Schumacher movies,
right? So
we can play with them. I want that Two-Face.
I like these costumes a lot better than the new ones. That's for sure. Yeah. Even though they got bipples.
They do have bipples.
You know what Robin has? He has ripples. Bipples and ripples. Batman nipples.
All right, they also had a prototype on display for a new Penguin. which is scary because
I love him.
he's great.
Yeah, he's really good.
I think you said he was based on Batman Returns. They've already done one based really closely on that. I think this is just taking some cues from that, but they don't want to pay Danny DeVito.
Yeah,
so Danny DeVito's got to go like live off of his Always Sunny royalties and sell limoncello on the internet.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have that weird like broken Coke bottle eyepiece that he does have in the video games, and he's not based on like the original.
I can't tell what that weird gray pumpkin thing is. I think he's got like a missile launching umbrella. I think that's the idea there.
Yes.
Also on display, this makes me very happy. We've talked about this a great deal on the show. The main sort of collector-oriented Star Wars figures right now are the 6-inch Black Series figures. Those are fine. A lot of people like them. I grew up collecting 4-inch Star Wars figures, and it really bums me out that most of the ones we've gotten more recently have been considerably lower budget, kind of basic toys that aren't articulated or painted a whole lot. So the vintage collection is finally coming back, and that means that we're going to get kind of highly articulated, super detailed, more kind of collector-aimed 4-inch figures that we can do all the weird stuff with on our desk.
I really dig that Han Solo.
Yeah, so they've got
and that filthy trooper.
They've got a lot of catching up to do because they've pretty much lapsed on this sort of this scale and this quality since Force Awakens. So they've got a bunch from this. They've got some from Rogue One. They've got some Force Awakens, Last Jedi. That's Han in the foreground. Next to him on the left is the Mimbam Trooper, which is from that new Dirty Planet, which is basically just a stormtrooper with a sniper rifle and a cape, and I'm kind of into that.
Yeah, that planet's gonna be a good opportunity to see all your favorite characters, but covered in mud.
Yeah, if you wanted to see Muddy Buddies, well, we got a real treat coming up there. Also worth noting, they got Dr. Aphra, who's one of the first action figures we've gotten from the sort of not expanded universe, but the comics and stuff. She's really big in the Darth Vader comics. She's got her own comic run right now. Cool character. I'm glad she's getting a toy. I hope we get some more kind of like side characters so we can have dioramas. They're also doing a Snoke, a Jyn Erso, and then there's the range trooper right there.
And the car in the background.
In the far background, it's the hover tank from Rogue One, which I'm like, you see all that for like one scene, and then
weird.
They blow it up or whatever.
Yeah,
but that's
it's a cool design. I'm excited they're making that.
Yeah, I'm into it. I'm just happy this line is returning because also like here's the thing about collecting, space is a factor. Like having a lot of room for 6-inch figures, they take up way more space than like little 4-inch figures. So if you want to just kind of like buy a bunch of toys and display them, you get more mileage with the little ones. So anyway, also on display, here's some other ones from the 4-inch line. Again, they're playing a lot of catch up. You've got Rey on Jakku, and also what are they doing? They're doing like a rebel soldier from Hoth. Anyway, they did also have we talked about this dirty toys. They do have some new 4-inch Muddy Buddies. There's a great new scene where Han and Chewie get dirty together on the beach.
This is very clearly why the Millennium Falcon gets wrecked.
Yeah, I think Chewie gets on there and he just goes and shakes off like a dog.
Look at that wet turd dog.
Yeah.
That is a mess.
He's a dirty dog. They also had a bunch of new 6-inch Black Series on sale, or on display.
With an articulated Gamorrean guard mouth.
There's a Dengar figure on the way. They're doing a Forlom. They're doing a Zuckuss.
Oh man, isn't that great?
That looks weird.
That actually really weird.
I don't like them with facial hair at all. That's not a good look.
Hey, it's me, the Gamorrean god. Welcome to Jabba's palace. There's an eyeball out front. There's some dead women in the basement. There's a dragon. There's a monster. There's a man on the wall. There's a man with snake ears.
Hey, what's going on with that like big terry cloth diaper you got going on there?
Well, you know, when I poop in this thing, it's just the warmest, and it'll just heat me up all night. In the desert, it gets cold at night, and it's gross. So I take a big hot dunk.
Okay.
Big old.
Okay.
You asked. Don't ask.
Okay. Also.
You know what that means? We are one step closer to getting a 6-inch scale Bib Fortuna.
Yeah, you'd think that, I don't know, I feel like the whole fun with Star Wars is that, they got these aliens and they got these space creatures and robots and all these fun, interesting to looking characters. Apparently, we're outliers because they were like, you know what the collectors want is Laura Dern as Admiral Emmeline Holdo.
Can we show that again? Can we show the Laura Dern figure there?
Yeah, let's go back.
I think that's just Kylo Ren's arms.
So here's the thing, like I'm all for strong female characters and new collectibles based on everybody, but like she doesn't do anything. She doesn't do anything action-like. She mostly stands around talking with a bunch of PowerPoints. And
yeah,
it's all about like politics and stuff. And like we got so many figures of senators and like politicians and like Trade Federation viceroys from like the prequels. It's like we've got all these new characters and these weird background aliens. Make some more weird aliens. We don't like Laura Dern's great, but make an action figure of her from Jurassic Park when she's touching those poops. That's what I want.
Thanks for watching our video about our favorite toys at Toy Fair. We love toys. Need proof? Check out our desk. It's covered with them. After that, some toys aren't that great, such as this Star Wars Build-A-Bear, which is a thing of nightmares. It's not really a toy, but I need to show it to you because sometimes it's cool to show your friends gross things and make them taste it so you can laugh at them. Up at noon, every Thursday noon Pacific time. Watch that ish!